How you doing, everybody? Welcome to the Volk Packaging virtual tour. So what we're going to be doing today is I'm going to be walking you around the building. You're going to see the different parts of the office. You'll see the different parts of the plant. And at each machine, I'll tell you a little bit about the machine. You'll see some video of the machine, and then we'll move on to the next station. So you're going to get a map. The map will give you a little guideline on where you're going to be going, as well as on the floor there are lines and arrows and numbers. So each number is a station. Follow the stations around. It'll work you right around the whole building. So again, thank you for coming to our 50th anniversary, and welcome to the virtual tour. What we have behind you here is Nucor. This is our sheet feeder. So Nucor is what supplies us our sheets. Everything comes here in sheet form, and then we cut it, fold it, glue it, print it, do whatever it needs to be done to turn it into a box. When I go out in the plant, I'll show you the sheet. You'll see the sheets, and you'll understand that a little better. But what we have here on this is an aerial view of Nucor. There are two corrugators at Nucor, which makes us very unique because we have two corrugators, and that gives us a lot of flexibility, gives us shorter lead times, and this was built in 1991, and it's completely changed our business. It's kept us alive when the economy wasn't so great, because the one thing we could do is know that we had a good supply of board and quality board and in a short lead time. And even when there were shortages in the market, we were never affected by them because we had Nucor, which we didn't have before. We were buying on the outside market, which was much more difficult. So we're going to take a walk down the hallway right behind you, headed toward the customer service area and the autograph wall. What you now see behind me is our autograph wall. What makes our autograph wall unique is that every autograph on the wall says "Everybody loves boxes." So if they don't write "Everybody loves boxes," they don't get on the wall. So I have actually another whole little photo album full of people that didn't follow the instructions. But these are the people that follow the instructions. I found this website that had celebrity emails, and I just shot out an email saying I have this autograph wall. I had a wall, but there were actually no autographs on it. And I said, can you put "Everybody loves boxes," which was our slogan back in the 70s. And I figured, let's bring that slogan back to life, see what we can get on this wall. We now have over 500 autographs behind me. They go all the way down the hall, around the corner a little bit, and they come from all walks of life. They come from politics. There are athletes on here. There are celebrities. So take a look, walk up and down the wall. There's some funny stories behind all of them, but I don't have time to give all those to you right now. But there's quite a collection here, and I hope you enjoy looking at our autograph wall. And after the autograph wall, you're going to go down the hall. So right behind you is Doug's office, and then Rich Will's office right next to that. As you go down the hall, you got Greg Milligan's office and our sales office, and then my office is on that corner. So what you're going to do is you're going to go down the hall, you're going to take a right, go by accounting, and then you'll go by Atoka's office, our human resources office, and we're going to go down to the end of the hall, take a left, and we're going to head into the Volk Packaging gym, and I'll show you that. So you can pause for a minute until you get over there. Welcome to the Volk Packaging Fitness Center. We decided when we built this new building we would have a place for people to work out, so we got all this equipment. We didn't get all of it. Some of it we've added on over the years. We have a rowing machine that we just got a year or so ago. We'll upgrade it with some new things, but this is open to all employees, their families if they want to come. It's only open during working hours unless you have a key, but people are in here in breaks. You see people in here in lunch. I was just in here yesterday with one of our guys out on the floor working out at the end of the day. So it's a really nice opportunity for people to come and get a free gym, and they can listen to whatever music they want. So it's a nice little private gym here at Volk Packaging. So check it out. And then when we go out, we're going to go back, and then we're going to go down the hall toward design. This is our design department. Everything starts in design. Once it gets into the building, it starts in design. So basically what happens is, the way I describe it when I give tours to especially the kids is, we're like you ever see one of those relay teams in the Olympics or in a track race where they run and then they hand the baton, and then they run and they hand the baton. That's pretty much the same thing we do here. The sales rep goes out, they get all the information from the customer, they write it up, they send it in here to design. After it comes into design, the designers will create a box, send it to the customer. The customer then decides if they like it, they don't like it, if they want it tweaked a little. They do all that kind of stuff. They might have to do a redesign. A lot of times they do a redesign because the customer wants something a little different. Could be anything. And once that goes back to the customer signs off on it when they say they like it. It then gets ordered and booked and then, of course, run, shipped, and invoiced and everything. And so every one of those steps is like a relay race. And if anybody doesn't smoothly hand off the baton, in other words, if they don't write up the paperwork properly or they don't pay attention to the details, it's essentially the same as not handing the baton. And when they don't hand the baton, if they just toss somebody the baton, if sales reps just walk in here and throw something down here without any kind of paperwork, it's like tossing the baton to the next guy. You never win the race that way. So it's very important that everybody follows the path, follows the way around the track, and hands that baton off smoothly from one place to the another, from one person to another. And if we do that, we win the race every time. So that's what we do here, but it all starts here in design, so you can look around and see some of the things that we've done in our design department over the years, and then we'll show you how the cutting table works. So if you want to head right around inside the doors there, and where you can see the glass window, that's our cutting table. That's where we cut the samples. If you want to pause it and head over there and then turn it back. This is our designer, Kevin Shea. He's going to tell you a little bit about our cutting table.
Hi, welcome. Today we're cutting out a sample for one of our customers. As happens for most every sample we make, it has to be sampled and prototyped before we actually place the orders. On our screen here, we actually show the product that's going to be cut out. And once you see it, what we're going to do, we send it to the table here, and actually cuts out the product. We've already placed that material on the table, and now we're going to position the head where we want to actually cut out the product. Measure the exact size of the sheet required to cut the product out, and then it will start scoring it, and then finally we'll actually cut the sample out physically.
The noise you're hearing is like a reverse air hockey table. That holds the board down flat while the sample's being cut. How long would that have taken you by hand prior to having this machine available to you?
Well, in the old days, it would take us probably 5 to 10 minutes to draw this on a drafting board, pen, razor blade, and X-Acto knife, and Today, looking at the screen here, it tells you we can do it in 1 minute and 43 seconds. So we can make a lot more boxes in the day now.
And that's good because customers want them quicker and quicker all the time. We're going to head right out these doors, take a left, and we'll get to the next station in just a few seconds. As you walked out into the plant, you probably looked at all this stuff behind me and thought, that doesn't look like box equipment. No, it's not. What that is that's softball equipment, because up above you, what you don't see are some cables. In these things are some nets, and they go up unbelievably. They go up within minutes. So we have been donating this space for, I think, almost 15 years now to the Southern Maine Flame, softball organization that I was a part of for many, many years and ran for a number of years. Both my girls played for the Southern Maine Flame. So they come in sometimes every night. There's teams here all weekend, all winter long, getting ready so that when spring comes, they can hit the ground running, and they've had a lot of batting practice. So it's a really nice thing to offer to the community. The Biddeford High School comes in here and works out. Biddeford Little Leagues come in here and work out. And we're really glad that we can provide this space for them. At the end of each day, they come in after hours or they come in on weekends. It works out really well and helps them win a lot of games. So now we're going to head over to Station 8, the main box factory. As you can see here, this is our main box factory. And this is where we service a lot of our small accounts. They can come pick up an order of stock boxes, and along with that we sell tape and other packaging supplies. There's just some rolls of paper that they probably use for internal packaging, and that is all part of what we call the main box factory. What you're looking at now is what we call our main box factory. This is where we store a lot of the stock boxes and packaging supplies that go to mostly smaller companies. We use a third-party distribution center to handle all these products. We bring them in here and we send them out to the customer as they need them. So now, you can pause it for a second. We're going to head over to Station 9 and check out the warehouse and make and hold area. This is what we call our warehouse area. As you can see, we have a lot of boxes here. They're all stacked up, waiting for a customer to release them. So, for example, if we have a customer that may want to buy 10,000 a month, but they can't handle bringing in 10,000 a month, we will run 10,000 and then ship them, say, 2,500 at a time. So that's what you see here. That's what we have at our external warehouse. It's what we have in the back corner of the building. This is all warehouse boxes that we sign with customers, what we call a make and hold. So we make them and we hold them until they're ready to release them. So that's our warehouse area. We're now going to take you down, right down here to our cafeteria. We can see some of our plant records. These are the plant records. So what you see here are all the records that have been set over the years. As you can see, some of them are quite old, 2003, 2007, 2004. Here's a more recent one, 2015. Some of the records are pretty hard to beat because they were significant at the time and significant now. You're talking about some of these machines that just ran a tremendous amount of boxes in one 10-hour shift or one 8-hour shift. So it's a lot of boxes, and these records have been held for quite a while. And as you can see, those are our prior records that were, the records that were beat here. This record here, for example, Jay Mullet and Jason Rowe ran 681,000 square feet of board. That's almost 7 trailer loads of board in one day, in one 10-hour shift. It's very impressive. So we'll take you out into the die area now. If you don't mind pausing the video, we're going to head right out that door over there, and we will go to the print plate area, and then the special projects area, and the Thompson, which are all right next to each other, stations 11, 12, and 13. These are all the print plates. So every print plate here has a number connected to it that's all in our computer. They're basically like stamps. So we get the information from the customer about what they want printed on the box, and we print them. So what you see here are all different customers, most of them owned by the customer. We print them and then clean them off and bring them back in here. And that's what you see in this whole area here. These are all what are called printing plates that will go on the machine and print boxes. What we have here, as you came out of the print plates, is what we call our special project area, which basically means anything that we can't run on the other side of the building, anything that doesn't run on an actual machine, we bring out here. As you can see from the video here, we've done wood, we do foam, we've done plastic corrugated, we've done a number of different products. We do assembly work. There's some products here that are pads that also needed some foam attached to them, so we glue the foam onto the pads. We assemble these big units so the customer can just open up and put their products in. There's all kinds of things that we do back here, a number of different operations, and each one is a little different based on whatever it is the customer's needs are. So this is all what we call our special projects area. Back many years ago when we first moved in, we actually had a foam division here, but we've since moved that out of the building. So this area is for all those extra jobs that can't run anywhere else. So for example, this box needs a bag in every box. So she's putting the box and the bag together and packing them up to go to the customer, so that when the customer gets it, all they have to do is open up and drop their product in the box. This is called a Thompson die cutter. It's a flatbed die cutter. What looks terribly dangerous with her sticking her hand in there is not quite as dangerous as it looks, because everything you see that's yellow would stop the machine instantly. So she can't really get her hand caught in there, because if it hits any yellow, it stops instantly. But she, as you can see, she's moving quite fast and putting out a lot of boxes on a pretty, really an antiquated piece of machinery, but it does the job for us. So that's the print plate area, the special projects area, and the Thompson die cutter. If you go right around the corner, we'll head into the maintenance department, which is station 14, and then we're going to head out into the plant for all the different machinery. Stop it. And then as people come, they can look at the road. Yeah, and we'll have a bunch of iPads and things so people get phones so people can maybe, have a smartphone. I'll have all the sales reps bring their iPad. Here at Volk Packaging, we're always doing things to try to save energy costs and make our plant as efficient as possible. We did that with this new compressor. I don't know a whole lot about the details, so I'm going to let Paul Vosia, our former maintenance manager for many, many years, 31 years, maybe 32 years, I'll let him do the talking. So hang on, you can watch a video from Paul.
Hello and welcome to Box Talk. My name is Paul Vosia and I'd like to talk to you today about the new compressor system we've installed here at Volk Packaging to fulfill our air requirements for the plant. We need air in this plant to run just about everything in the plant. All our ink pumps run on air, the pneumatic ink pumps, and we need air to move our air cylinders, to move all the rolls and pistons that are in the machines, and our automatic conveyor system to deliver the product to the trailer trucks is all run with air also. 3 years ago, we had a 75 horsepower single screw compressor that had reached its maximum output. We were using all the air that that machine could possibly make. So we went out and we purchased this compressor right here, which is also a 75 horsepower compressor, but it has two single motors in it, two 37.5 horsepower motors. And each of these motors are driven with a variable frequency drive that are computer controlled for peak efficiency of the compressor. When we put this compressor in, it was running at 80% of its capacity, and it was 30% less electricity than our old compressor at that point. After we installed our new scrap system, the compressor went down to only 40% capacity. That's all we were required to pump out. And by doing that, we reduced our electrical footprint to the grid by 60% to meet our needs for compressed air in the plant. Thanks for listening to Box Talk.
So thank you, Paul, for that video. What you have here, what you're looking at here, are sheets of corrugated. So as I explained when we were in the office, everything comes in here in sheets. When I was telling you about Nucor, everything comes in sheet form, and then we cut it, fold it, glue it, print it, do whatever it needs to be done. So all these are what we call raw sheets that come in from Nucor and get stacked up, usually behind the machine or as close to the machine as possible, so that we can then get them onto the machine and run them as efficiently as we can do. One of the things that we did when we built this new building, as you can see, is we put in long conveyors behind each machine, allowing us to put multiple units behind each machine, making it less back and forth for the driver to go from one machine to another. He can put 3 or 4 and not go on that machine for a while, so he can be much more efficient than he was in our old building when he could only put 1 unit in front at a time, go to another machine, come back to this machine. And here's an example of that. What we're going to do is we're going to head into the plant. We're going to head to station number 17, which is the rotary die cutters. We have 2 rotary die cutters. We have a high core and a Staley die cutter. They're the same, basically the same machine. So we're going to head over and take a look at those, and you can pause at location number 17. I hope you enjoyed your view of the die cutters, your first machine here in the plant. Now we're going to head right over here to station number 18, which is our taper gluer. nice chance to take a look at our 50-inch flexo. What we're now going to do is we're going to head over to station number 20, which is the 38-inch flexo. We actually have two 38-inch flexos, so the videos you'll see are a combination of the two flexos. Some videos from one machine, some videos from another machine. We have a one-color flexo folder gluer, and we have a three-color flexo folder gluer. So you'll see a little bit of both on the following videos right over at station number 20. GS Flexos are the two, probably the core of the building. Those and the die cutters run a large percentage of the boxes we run here at Volk Packaging, because that's where the high volume boxes run. Now we're going to head over to station number 21 and talk about the ink, which is right behind me at station number 21. Take a walk over now to station number 22 right behind you, and you will see the J&L specialty folded gluer. Yeah, stand up next to it so I can show how tall it is. That's a long box. The J&L folded gluer has been a terrific addition to our equipment and our arsenal here at Volk Packaging. This is the kind of thing it'll do. We call it a crash bottom or an auto lock bottom. So the customer can just get the box. It comes in completely flat like this, and they just pop it open. And they have themselves a box, put their product in, close it up. So that is the J&L folded gluer. I'm going to take you now from one of our newest pieces of machinery to one of our oldest pieces of machinery, and we're going to take a look at the universal rotary slaughter. So head over to station number 23. Now that you've had a chance to see the Universal, which is our oldest piece of equipment, I want to take you over and show you our Serenco, which is our jumbo flexo folder gluer at station number 24. Let's go check that out. Very proud of our Serenco jumbo flexo folder gluer. We're now going to take you over to see our that box machine, which is station number 25. You can go to watch the conveyors at station number 26, the baler and the unitizer at station number 27. So 25, 26, 27, all very close to each other before we head over to 28, which is the slitter and the last machine on the tour. this is the slitter, station number 28, and the last of the tour. I know you're disappointed that the tour is almost ending, but this is the last of the tour. So hang on 1 second for a little ending video. Thank you for coming to our 50th anniversary celebration. All right, let's give like thumbs up.
Making your way in the world today takes everything you've got. Taking a break from all your worries sure would help a lot. Wouldn't you like to get away? All those nights when
Diane,
you've got
hi,
no
Diane.
lights, the check is in the mail, and your little
This is
angel
Brian Volk.
hung the cat up by its tail, and your third
Jeremy Burnett,
fiancé
one of my
didn't
maintenance
show.
guys.
Sometimes you wanna go
Phil,
where
one of our maintenance
everybody
guys.
knows
And
your
I'll be talking more about
name,
Phil when we get to the Sorenco.
and
This is
they're
Carl.
always
Carl
glad
is
you
semi-retired,
came.
but he worked for us for a lot of years.
You wanna
Still
be
comes in,
where
he does
you can
maintenance
see
all around the
the
plant
troubles
whenever
are
we need.
all the same.
And he's always
You
here
wanna be
when we
where
have a
everybody
cookout.
knows your
He always
name.
makes it for the cookout.
Roll out of bed, Mr. Coffee's dead. The morning's looking bright. And your shrink ran off to Europe and didn't even write. And your husband wants to be a girl. Be glad there's one place in the world where everybody knows your name,
All right, good.
and they're always glad you came. You wanna go where people know people are all the same. You wanna go where everybody knows your name. Where everybody knows your name, and they're always glad you came. Where everybody knows your name, and they're always glad you came. Where everybody knows your name, and they're always glad you came. Making your way in the world today takes everything you've got. Taking a break from all your worries sure would help a lot. Wouldn't you like to get away?
Wave to the camera.
All those nights when you've got no lights, the check is in the mail, and your little angel hung the cat up by its tail, and your third fiancé didn't show.
Oh my God.
Sometimes you wanna go where everybody knows your name, and they're always glad you came. You wanna be where you can see our troubles are all the same. You wanna be where everybody knows your name. Roll out of bed, Mr. Coffee's dead. The morning's looking bright. And your shrink ran off to Europe and didn't even write. And your husband wants to be a girl. Be glad there's one place in the world where everybody knows your name, and they're always glad you came. You wanna go where people know people are all the same. You wanna go where everybody knows your name.